Welcome back, entrepreneurs, vending business owners, mini crane beginners, and maybe advanced at this point. Hopefully for phase 3, you've either ordered a machine, began the process of locating, or started to find locations for your vending business, whether you're starting small with honor boxes or gumball machines, or you jumped right into it, went to candymachines.com and bought your first 1, 2, 4 mini crane machines, and you started getting them on location. In this video, we are focusing specifically on kind of scaling your route out, optimizing your management of those machines, and making sure you have the best cash flowing locations for your mini crane machines. So if you're interested in learning about that, stay tuned to the end of this video as we break down kind of different things about making profit, scaling up your operation, and possibly even delegating the task to someone else for your mini crane business. The biggest thing as we hop right into it with scaling your mini crane business is obviously the cost of the mini cranes from, an American-based company is about double from importing from China. As we discussed in the first video, phase 1, importing from China takes upwards of 100 days to receive any mini cranes. So if you're willing to wait 100 days and come back to this video later, then you can do that as well. But I highly suggest, like I did, is order 4 to 6 or 8. I think I've ordered 8 mini cranes from candymachines.com, had them sent to me in a week, and I was ready to go getting those on location. And since I already had bulk candy and bulk toy vending machines, I was easily able to place a mini crane into those accounts. The biggest thing as you scale up and you realize like, hey, I want to grow this vending business out, and we'll kind of focus on this a little bit, is you're not going to focus just on mini cranes anymore. And you'll see as you grow and you get more mini crane machines, these locations may even require you to buy a full-size crane machine, or they may require you to buy a gumball machine, or they may require you to buy a bulk toy machine. Whatever it is, you want to make sure you're giving your locations what they want, and they want to make more money. If you're doing a commission split, you're going to want to put as many machines as you can into every tight space of every business that allows you to put a mini crane in. The biggest thing why mini cranes kind of are taking effect over the last couple years and people are growing these machines on location like crazy is because they don't take up a lot of space. They don't require a lot of maintenance. There isn't much hassle to these machines comparatively to bigger, oversized 31-inch or even bigger crane machines that exist on the market before these were invented. So it's an exciting time to get your foot in the door with a small, less than 100 pound, less than 1 square foot machine. But also around these machines, you may want to place other type of machines that'll increase the volume and increase the cash flow for you and for your business. Something to keep in mind as you grow and maybe got your first couple locations, that is very important. Secondly, the biggest thing that took me kind of realistically a couple years, the first 2 years, is if a location is underperforming, if a location isn't making, for mini cranes specifically, if a location is making less than $50 to $100 a month, I realistically wouldn't keep it in that location. It just doesn't make sense for you to have it there just because you can put it in a location that will do $50 to $100 a week. Obviously, depending on where you are, and if you have a smaller kind of demographic in your area, maybe that is what it is to expect. But usually, even the best restaurants in the best or in the smallest areas will do a lot more than that. And I've heard of numbers in the smallest towns doing hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Me personally, I have my average for my mini cranes out of the 11 or 12 that I have is $400 to $600 per month. And I think that's kind of the sweet spot with these machines. I've seen people do a lot more and I've seen people do a lot less. It's really up to you and kind of what products you put inside. I really have seen that the products you put inside these machines impact your sales drastically, but also if you have a really good account where people are waiting, the products doesn't matter because they're gonna play that machine regardless. It's always a fun little distraction while you wait for food or whatever it may be. So keeping that in mind, I really think focusing on the higher end, higher traffic accounts in your area is going to do a lot more for you than putting it in any random business that allows you to. So obviously keep that in mind. And as we scale up, you also want to keep in mind is the more machines you have, the more problems you may have. I'm not going to sit here and say these machines don't break. Obviously, it's very easy fixes for the most part. Dollar bill acceptor jams, coin mech jams, a simple reset fixes the NIAX, and that's really it. And also putting a NIAX on your mini cranes, I guess would be part of this video, is because NIAXs help you track your sales. Although maybe less than like 6%, 7% of my sales come from Nayax when it is a mini crane machine, as opposed to soda and snack machines where it's basically 60, 70% of my business. Mini cranes, it's a good way to track the sales. And that's really all I'm gonna say. Maybe in your area, people will use credit cards with mini cranes, but I don't think that trend has really like caught on just yet. I have seen people using credit cards and doing bonus plays, and I have all that set up, but I'm still not seeing those high numbers that a lot of people are seeing with them. So installing Nayax readers, that's another $300 to $400 depending on how much you buy them for. Installing them, I have a video on my channel of setting those up. Kind of pretty easy, self-explanatory, but there is some wiring that goes into it that you want to be aware of so that you kind of don't mess up your machines. And yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing here, and I'll spend the next 2 minutes on this, so if you're not interested in that, then I'll see you later. But the thing that I do want to focus on is importing machines for my network of people who are watching these videos. Obviously, I don't know how many people are going to watch these videos, see these videos. I haven't uploaded in over 2 months, but I think if we create a way, or I create a way, and people want this, as I said in my last video, I'll import 50, 100 mini crane machines. We can brand them ourselves or leave the branding normal. I like how they kind of wrap them and do their own thing. I'll import them. If everyone wants 5 or 10 each, I'll figure out a way to ship them out to you and we'll save a few $100s. No, I don't want to become a mini claw, a mini crane machine distributor, but I want to see if it helps people to have someone who has that money to kind of be able to import these machines and then help and pass on the savings to you guys. I don't know if the savings will be astronomical as compared to candymachines.com or like Easy Amusement. You pretty much can get a mini crane for them for less than $1,500 with everything all in. If I was to import 50 to 100 machines, I think shipped to you, it would probably be a minimum of $1,000. And that depends on the shipping cost to where you're located. If you're in California, it's gonna be a lot more than that. So I'm not a professional at the import-export business of the mini cranes, but I was curious of like if we were to kind of partner together as a community, if that was something people would be interested in. So if it is something you're interested in, kindly let me know in the comments below. If not, obviously starting your mini crane business with candymachines.com or importing yourself from Alibaba. These are 2 simple ways to get started, to jump into the business. And I don't necessarily recommend importing from China just because of the amount of time it takes, but I will import. And the only reason I'm saying that I'll import 50 to 100 is because the prices after you order 50 or more starts to go lower and lower. So if you just order 5 from them, the price isn't really going to be that much of a savings. But if I order 50, I might be able to save a few $100 more on those machines. So check the links down below. Check out the mini cranes. Hopefully you got some going now, or you started your vending business. If you have any more questions, as always, reach out to me on Instagram or in the comments down below, and I'll be more than willing to help you guys as much as I can. And I hope to see you guys here back on this channel soon for our next vending related video. Peace.